All right. Yeah, we'll see. We're getting down to about a minute and 10 seconds left to go. As it is scratched down to a field of six. Obviously, the seven Life Speaks is out. So another field of six, but this is a really good field of six, and really, I don't, like I said before the last race, I don't mind these short fields of six like this because all of them tend to be fairly close.
Yeah, taking a player out makes it a little bit easier sometimes to navigate. There's one less horse to try and get around, so it can make it for a little bit more of an interesting race.
All right, Joe Kelly, he'll have the call for race number 4. It is the Masstown Market Pace.
Fourth race entries lining up behind the Home Hardware Building Center starting gate. It's post time. Fourth race, top of the stretch, the Masstown Market Pace, Rusty Roddy. Speaking of Shadow, top of her trade, Lady in Paradise, better on than off, and well, let's see. They're off and pacing. Rusty Roddy at the rail. Top of her trade, also leaving on the outside. Crossing over, speaking of Shadow, takes a tuck third. Getting away fourth is Lady in Paradise, followed fifth by Better On Than Off. The early trailer in six is Well Let's See. On to the Redland Farms backstretch for the first time now as they move on to the opening panel. Rusty Roddy shows the way out there by a length. Pocketing up is Top of Her Trade is second, with Speaking of Shadow next in line third. Looking at it from 4 is Lady in Paradise. Back in 5, Better On Than Off, has one beaten away. That's Well Let's See, who trails back there in 6th. No change in positions as they travel past the 3/8. Up front, leading the way, Rusty Roddy by a length on Top of Her Trade. 28-4 was the initial quarter. Speaking of Shadow, is pacing at the rail in 3. Fourth along the rail is Lady in Paradise. Out fifth is Better On Than Off. And the 6th one continues to be Well Let's See. They move into the lower turn, heading now to the 5H. Rusty Roddy still charts the path. Up first over. Here comes Speaking of Shadow, now second. Staying in the pocket. Top of Her Trade third. Being towed up into contention now. Second over is Better On Than Off in 4. Fifth and buried at the rail. That's Lady in Paradise. And Well Let's See continues to trail. 58-3 was the half. They approach 3/4. Speaking of Shadow, up to engage Rusty Roddy as they arrive at the 3/4 mile mark. Top of Her Trade at the rail is third. Better On Than Off outside is traveling fourth. Fifth inside is Lady in Paradise. To the outside for the back is Well Let's See, but it's Rusty Roddy putting away that challenge of Speaking of Shadow. And Rusty Roddy opens up by 3 past the 7/8. 127-4 was the 3/4. They make the final turn, and Rusty Roddy is driving off on the field. Outside, Speaking of Shadow, trying to hang on to second. Third is Top of Her Trade, but it's all Rusty Roddy here on the Masstown Market Pace. Finishing second, it's tight on the outside. Speaking of Shadow, trying to hold off Top of Her Trade. Mile in 156 and 1/5. Passtown Market Pace winner now back in the Widmer Farms Winners Enclosure. Rusty Roddy, 13-year-old chestnut gelded son of Blissful Hall. Out of the Firm Friend Dam by Friend Flicka. Over Chantel Angel and Dana Ghetto. Trained and driven by Paul Angel. Rusty Roddy pacing in 156 and 1/5.